All right, moving on here, I have a question that says, is it okay for a Christian to get plastic surgery?
I'm assuming that well, it depends on what the plastic surgery is for. Obviously, there can be extremes that just get to be ridiculous, and so that's a matter of motive, just like anything else. Is it okay for a Christian to wear makeup? Is it okay for a Christian to wear nice clothes? That kind of thing. So what's the motive? Is the deal? And so, if the motive is I just got in an accident, my face is all hacked up, and I'd like to have a normal face, well, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that, and so plastic surgery in that sense, there's no issue at all with those kinds of things. If it's for other things, then it's something that you need to be praying about. And what I'm thinking of right now is in enhancing women's breasts, basically.
I think that was
That
the
that whole thing.
type of surgery.
Yeah. And so if that's the case, what are we doing this for? And it's like anything else that goes along with that. You need to have a good reason for that, and it needs to be something that's biblically based and something that's honoring to God. And so, I've known ladies who have done that surgery, and that was something that was between them and their husbands. And I don't even like talking about this because it's really not my business. But you just want to be careful with these kinds of things because you don't want to get in the flesh. And so I don't have a problem with that. I've known ladies who've gotten that type of surgery because it was reconstructive. And so, maybe they had a mastectomy and that kind of thing. And obviously, that's something that, we're living in an age where that's a possibility. And so I think that that's a really good thing. I think restoring somebody that way is a really good thing. So, but as far as just doing it for aesthetics, that's something that needs to be prayed about. You need to have the right reasons for it because I've seen some people get into some real problems because of the whole sexual thing. The sexual arena, especially when you're getting into those kinds of areas, can be a place where Satan just jumps in both feet, and he can weird you out. So I've seen. I came from Southern California. It's a real common thing down there, and I've seen some ladies get themselves in real problems, including wrecking their marriages over issues like that. And so again, Satan can use anything. You just need to watch out for it. And so that's something that if I was talking to a person in private about that, I would just be, like I'm saying, I'd tell them you need to commit that to prayer, find out, figure out what your motives are for that, see if that's honoring to the Lord, and then go from there. Why you're doing things is always the thing that you need to be looking at. So you just be careful.
So with that, I mean, we live in a culture, we live in Corinth basically where it's a fleshy type of culture, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're a Christian and you and your husband have this talk and he would like for that to happen and you would like for that to happen, and you're not out wearing the cleavage shirts and walking around in bikinis when you're in a place you're not supposed to, then that can be okay, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if that's between you and your husband and that's where that's at, I would still pray about it.
Right.
Because that can, it can end up being an issue.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, if I
It's in there.
if I pushed my wife, for example, to go in that direction, it's saying something about how I feel about her now. And so as a husband, I would be really careful about that. I don't want my wife to live with the fact that I did not like the way that she looked for however many years that we've been married before she got that kind of surgery. And so, it's like I know how people
Yeah, you don't
think.
want to say that.
Yeah, I know how people think, and there's all kinds of things that I could get my wife to do
It's not in there, Mike.
that would have repercussions for years because of what she thought about what I thought about her. And so, again, it's stuff that you pray about, stuff that you're careful about. If my wife was constantly, talking to me about something like that and saying that she really wanted to and that kind of thing, I would still pray about it and because it's surgery of all things. And still, I would still be praying about it and talking with her about it. And I'd, be reassuring her that I like her the way she is. But, if she really wanted to, then, it's like, that's between me and her, and
Right.
that's cool. But still, you got to be careful because Satan can jump in on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have a Surface charger, Mike? Do you?
Yes.
Where's it at?
It's in my office.
Can you run and grab that?
Yeah, if you, where my computer sits, if you look just to the left, you'll see the cord coming up through a split in the desk there. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we've been running this all day, and the one day I didn't bring my charger. So on that note, the last thing I was going to say about the plastic surgery and the culture that we live in, and I think it depends on where you live. Like, I just traveled down to New Mexico, and I lived in Arizona, and it seems like there's parts of the country that obviously it's more popular, maybe California, where you're from, the plastic surgery thing. And it's weird to me because a lot of the stuff that they're doing for beauty, like the whatever silicone lips and stuff, and they end up doing their face looks like some kind of stretched cat. And I'm not trying to be mean,
Right, yeah.
but it's really not the look that I think is beautiful.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to do that, like you said, pray about it, because a lot of
Yeah.
times I think it's better left the way God designed it
Right, yeah.
than trying to enhance for
Yeah,
a couple
exactly.
years, I guess.
And when you look at like the, when you're getting older and that kind of thing, when I look at some media stars, like all I can think of is Cher. It's like the lady's way older than me, man, and none of that's real. It's like I remember her when she was younger, and so I know that I'm looking at something, at a person that's been under a knife multiple times to get the look that she's got there, and so growing old gracefully is something that's a good thing. I don't have any hair. Well, I have some hair, but it's like I could have gone down and got the hair plugs and all that kind of stuff. That could have happened, and I was just like, yeah. I don't think so. Now, if they had a pill where it just grew back,
Right.
I'd consider it. I don't know if I'd consider it now, because I might just shave it all off anyway, because it's all gray, and I don't want to dye my hair. So.
They have to be good plugs with these new screens too, because we got zoomed in right on.
Yeah.
It'd have to be picture perfect.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Any more points? You good on that?
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Okay.